Well, hello there. Welcome and welcome back to the whole bucket, and welcome to Zebra Talks number 8 today. And we're going to be talking about gratitude and practicing gratitude and why and what it does and doesn't mean in this particular case. And it's my workshop, so according to me, I'm not an official, yogi or gratitude person, or I don't even know. So this is just my spin. This is just me. So, whatever it is, it is. So let me say first, I forgot what I was going to say first. Oh, my little zebra buddy. I forgot what I was going to say first. There was something I was going to announce. Oh, well. Maybe it'll come to me. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll come to me a different week. Who knows? Okay, so gratitude. What is it and what isn't it? First of all, it's not some magical, mystical kind of thing that's going to make the whole world better. Second, it doesn't mean that you don't have a right to feel bad. So if things are going wrong, or you know what, even if they're not, a lot of times you can feel bad just because you do. Like, I have depression. Sometimes I'm depressed and there really doesn't seem to be a reason why. It just is. Sometimes we have horrible, horrible things to deal with in life. Obstacles, challenges, losses, whatever. And they come with a lot of really rough emotions. So whatever the reason, always allow yourself to feel whatever you feel. Don't let anybody ever tell you you don't have a right to feel any of the good or the bad, right? Be as happy as you feel. Be as sad as you feel. Be genuine to you. Always. So regardless of anything else I say, hold that truth. Because I don't want that truth to get confused with what it means to practice gratitude. So, practicing gratitude is really just a way of teaching your brain to be aware of what's good. Because sometimes it's really easy to lose track of what's good. So if I'm having an absolutely fabulous day, I might be having a lot of fun. I might see people who are super important to me. I might have messages from people that are really heartwarming. I might see the very bestest cat videos that day. I don't know. Just whatever form of best day it is that day, right? And then I don't stop to smell the roses, so to speak, right? I don't remember to be grateful for those things, and I don't remember to be grateful for the basics, the little things in life. I'm just enjoying the moment, which you should totally do. But then take a minute to really look at that moment, because that's important. Then the other side of that could be the absolute worst day. The absolute worst day. Something absolutely horrible happened. The worst that I can think of is that you lose a loved one. Surprise, you know, and all of a sudden kind of loss, or a long battle loss, or whatever, but whatever the case is, you lose someone near and dear. Then are you going to stop and say, wow, I mean, the daisies are very pretty? Well, probably not. Like I said earlier, allow yourself to feel the good feelings. Allow yourself to feel those bad feelings. Of course, you're going to be sad. And whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, feel the appropriate feelings. You're going to be sad or broken or lonely or whatever it is you feel. Feel that. But then, like in the case of, there was a day, I will pick a tough day, but a middle of the ground tough day, I guess, because I had lost a pet. It wasn't easy. Of course it isn't. If you're like most people, you love your pets very much. And she had been sick for a little while, and we had to let her go. Then I stopped at a Trader Joe's, and I was a mess. And I had to stop there because I don't get by there very much, and I needed something for dinner, and I had planned on going before or a different day or something. I don't even remember, but I had to pick up this thing that I needed, and I wouldn't be able to get there anymore. So I went into the store, an absolute disaster. And maybe I didn't really need anything. Maybe it was just the inability to think logically. Because it was a while ago now, right? And I don't remember. But for whatever reason, I went into Trader Joe's. And I got what I thought I desperately needed. And the teller absolutely could tell that something was wrong, which probably everybody else could too, right? Walking disaster area. And she said, okay, she rung up my stuff and she's like, okay, hang on a minute. I'll be right back. And so I'll just take a second. Okay. And she went over to their flower department and got me a bouquet of flowers. And Trader Joe's gave me flowers. I didn't know they did that. Why would they do that? But they're right up the street from the vet that I took my pet to, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who's walked in there a mess for that reason, or for other reasons for that matter. So I didn't know they did that. Gratitude. Just a nice thing that somebody did to say, hey, I hope things turn around. It was cool, right? So gratitude for stuff like that. But it doesn't have to be stuff like that. It could be, if it was nothing else, like if I had to stop and say gratitude for 3 things on that particular day, certainly that girl at that teller would be one of them, because she did a kind thing when a kind thing really reached out that day and made a difference. So if I experienced that on that day, like I did, that would certainly be one of the things. But what if that didn't happen? Then then is all of a sudden there nothing to be thankful for or show gratitude for? No, there is, because I, like many people, right, have driven vehicles that are not trustworthy. Like ramshackle, we used to call them disposables. Like my husband and I had one car that was really good so that he could make it to work and back every day. And then we had a disposable. That was way back in the day, right? But way back in the day, I got the disposable because everything I did was always closer to home. Anyway, I mean, my car could have broke down. I could have got a flat tire. So was I grateful that I had a working vehicle that day to take care of the things I needed to take care of? Yes. I could stop and say, okay, what am I thankful for? I'm thankful for this girl at the store. I'm thankful that my car is running well today. And if I remember correctly, I could walk that day. So thankful for that, because sometimes I can't. And I wouldn't put it past me on that particular day to have gone to take care of this, had my car break down in Trader Joe's parking lot, and then go into the store and gonna figure it out somehow, and then all of a sudden my legs quit working, and then I just fall apart. I sit down right in the parking lot and cry. Okay, I haven't done anything like that in probably 39 years. I think it's 39 years. But there was a time in my life and an event in my life where every single thing that could go wrong went wrong. And I sat on the floor of a bank and cried. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, so I'm saying that could happen. And you absolutely never, ever know what somebody else's day is like and what's going on with other people. So remember that. You never know where people are at. But back to the gratitude part. There's always something to be thankful for. And the thing it is best for is to make sure that your brain doesn't get stuck on bad, and that it doesn't neglect seeing good. So, what should you do? Well, the way to really kind of train your brain to be on a positive spin regardless of your situation, right, is to do a simple 3 items every day. Every morning you get up, what are you thankful for this morning? I actually like it at bedtime better. What did you have to be thankful for today? Because I like it a little bit more reflective. It might be good to do it both. In the morning and in the evening. Three things each time. I really doubt I'm going to do that. I don't see myself ever doing that. What I can tell you, though, and what other people maybe can tell you who have done practiced gratitude, journaling, and that sort of thing, right? What I can tell you is that I don't do it anymore. I've stopped. And I can tell so much that I stopped. Bad idea. If you have a lot to deal with, if you have chronic illness, if you have depression, any of the above or all of the above, try this for an extended time, not just 1 or 2 times, right? Try it for an extended time, 6 months or a year, or just do it. Just stop and write things down that you're happy for, or that you should be grateful for. And then reflect and see if it made a difference. And I can't imagine there's a human being on the planet that it wouldn't make a difference for. Wrong button. So that is my spin on practicing gratitude. I don't think it's going to create miracles. I don't think it's going to make anything just magically all better, right? I don't think it's going to manifest miracles. And I laugh when I say that, but you know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you. No, not that kind of gratitude, right? It's not just a matter of think yourself better or whatever. It's just It's just train your brain to do good things for you and make sure that you're not missing out on the best of things. Make sure that you're not glamming onto the... Glamming? No. Make sure that you're not hyper-focused on bad, and make sure that you are not forgetting the good. And you might even say, well, of course I don't do that. I don't do any of that. I don't need to practice gratitude. I don't do any of that. I'm telling you, people. I'm telling you. Just try it. You're going to be shocked what it does to how you see things. I liken it to the meditation thing, right? For me, anyway, right? Because I used to think that there was no way that I could meditate. And I've heard from a billion people that they've tried it, they can't meditate, or it doesn't do anything for them, or whatever. And I think that practicing gratitude and meditation are very, very similar, in that they do good things for you, and they seem silly, and they might seem like a waste of time, and they're just not. They're not silly, and they're not a waste of time. And the reason meditation never worked for me, and the reason it doesn't work for a lot of people, is because they think it has to be, I don't know about you, but I was always told you have to just discipline and shut off and just don't think about anything, and just sit there silent for hours, and that's meditating. Well, it's not really just that. It is for some people that, right? But those things are not required to meditate. And meditation, regardless of how you do it and what level you do it and whatever, does great things for your body and your brain. Again, another practice that I have demonstrated to myself what a great thing it is and what it does, and then I stopped doing it. Good grief, man, I tell you. Ridiculous. Anyway, we'll talk more about meditation a different time, but I'm going to start today's Zentangle. Zentangling is a form of meditation. I'm going to start today's tangle while I think about what I want to write down about practicing gratitude. So it says right on here, when times are good, we may take things for granted. When times are bad, it might be hard to see any good at all. List some things for each category for practice. Okay, we'll do that. So, first I'm going to get started on today's tangle, and today I'm just going to make a frame around my glued in journaling prompt. So I might have to take a break. If I do, I'll just pause the video. It won't mean anything to you, but I'm saying it out loud. If you see a jump in the video or the position of the paper or anything like that, that will be the why. I hear a kitty crying. I don't know if it's anything serious, but we took all 4 of the little rat finks to the doctor yesterday for their yearly checkup. And they all had their shots. So they've all had their boosters and what have you, right? They were all tested to see if they're healthy, and 3 of the 4 are healthy. I scheduled the appointments at this particular time because one of them he's squinting weird, and he has a little discharge from his eye, and I thought maybe he got hurt, but it turns out he's sick. So one of our kitties is not well right now. All right, so all I did was make some little swoopy things all in the same direction, but all around this. Let me see something quick. Yeah, this is another version of this. This is called Dragonair. And I'm doing another version of it to make a frame around today's prompt. And you do it the exact same way if you watched last week's or you did last week's. We're going to join these swoops with a kind of an S shape. So you're going to go around this circle, right? And then kind of cast off the circle and S shape, a backwards S shape in my case, and join up with that one. And then cast off of this one and S shape to the next one. Just keep doing that all the way around. Remember to turn your book or your page to make it natural and easy for your hand to make the lines. I saw somebody else doing Zentangle stuff recently, and I don't remember who it was, but I remember them doing and saying the same thing I said to you guys once not too long ago about how it was eye-opening when somebody said, just move the paper. Don't make your hand go all upside down and backwards and twist it around and have your lines end up ways that you don't like them. Move the paper. No. I thought it was hilarious that somebody else was thinking the same thing. She goes, I don't remember what she said, so I'm not quoting verbatim or anything, but she did say something about how she would just used to do things in awkward positions and just hold her paper upright, and this is how your paper sits, and you draw, like, I draw this line from here to over here. Yep, I can do it, but look at what a big mess it is. What if I just turned my paper so I could see where my pen is going? Same line, just much nicer. Anyways, I thought that was funny. I thought maybe I was the only one that I'd ever run into who thought it was so revolutionary to turn your paper when you're drawing. The page underneath where I'm drawing is really bumpy. That's what's giving me the most trouble right now. All right, last S shape. Just like that. Okay, so tonight's practice is super easy as far as what are we going to write down. And I don't think that, I don't think I need to discuss it while I draw. Like a lot of times so far, I've had to sit and think about what in the world do I write here? I had to like stop and get my head around stuff and kind of flesh it out. And I did that with you. Today's kind of easy. So when things are really good, what are some things that I can stop and be thankful for? Well, obviously it's whatever's really good, right? But still, there might be some things I don't think about at the time. Like, maybe I'll pose these as questions, like one that I mentioned in my opening was, are my legs working? So I'm actually going to write that. So this is specific, right? Are my legs working? So if I was having a really good day, I might forget to be thankful that my legs are working that day. This could apply to any, health issue that crops up. Am I able to stay awake today? I'm having a really great day. Maybe I'm thankful for the great thing that's happening, or the great people that are around sharing the great thing that's happening, right? But I stopped to remember there are lots of days that I don't get to participate in things because I can't be awake, or I can't leave my house, right? So if whatever the circumstance is, remember that if your legs are working that day, or if you can stay awake that day, or whatever the case is for you, if that thing is functioning that day, remember to appreciate that day. And then remember to not overdo it. Okay, and anyway, let's move on. Number 2, what else can I just stop and be happy for or grateful for when it's a really good day? Oh shoot, I want to write that in the other part. List some things for each category for practice. You know what? This is a lot harder than I thought just 10 seconds ago. This is harder than I thought it would be because they're kind of the same. Okay, so I'm going to change this prompt. Instead of putting things for each category, good and bad, when times are good, what are you thankful for? And when times are bad, what are you thankful for? Or gratitude, what do you show gratitude for? I'm going to say what categories can you think about? So as far as this one is concerned, are my legs working, right? That's like a category. Is there something in my physicality to be grateful for? And if it's my legs or my hands or my thumbs or whatever, maybe something in my physicality, it's something that might not behave. And maybe when it is, I'd be thankful for that. What about, I can check my mindset. So what do I mean by that? A lot of times my own attitude, because I do have major depressive disorder and PTSD. And maybe there's a day when those things are out of control, and those are the things that don't allow me to appreciate something good that's happening or good that's going on, or maybe those are the things that will hold me back. So maybe if those things are behaving themselves, I'm going to be thankful for that. 3. I'm going to go think of people. Is there a person in whatever situation I'm in, good, bad, or otherwise, right, that I should take a moment to be grateful for? If I had a really, really good event and I'm doing my gratitude at night before I go to bed, is there something I want to stop and think about and say, hey, I was really grateful for that person. We had such a great time. I just want to sit and think about and remember that that was amazing. If I'm going through something absolutely horrible or on the bad side in any level, I guess, right? Is there a person that offered some support or any amount of kindness that I should be show gratitude about? And hopefully, if there is a person that's making a big difference in your life, then you go back and actually tell the person, right? Or that you did tell the person. It's still important to acknowledge that stuff to yourself. So hopefully don't keep it to yourself. Hopefully tell people that are important in your life that they're important in your life, or that they make a difference in your life, or that they helped you through something. Hopefully that you can tell them at the time, or tell them later if you need to, if it needs to happen later, right? But still do this. Acknowledge it to yourself. So think of people. Number 4. I'm going to say pets. Think of pets. When I am really physically ill, sometimes emotionally too, but I'm thinking more along the lines of a full-on crash event. All of my cats will perch themselves in different places around my room, and they hold vigil. They make sure I'm okay. They check on me from time to time. They watch over my bed. I fall asleep and they're there. I wake up and they're there. That's kind of incredible. There are times that I've gotten so used to it that I vaguely acknowledge that that's kind of adorable, right? And I honestly should be outstandingly grateful for them every single time. Every single time. But it becomes normal. And I don't always appreciate it as much as I should, because those little furry things are just kind of amazing. And they watch out for me. And they do it for the other people that live in my house too, right? It's not different. They know that we're all family and they take care of their family, but it's still flippin' adorable. So think about pets. Number 5. What about your surroundings? That's a big word. What about your surroundings? So again, if I'm having a great day, right? I can be thankful for my surroundings, like what you see right here. This is my art studio. How many people plan on being an artist later in life and then get to later in life and get to have an art studio? I mean, I'm sure there's lots, but some don't. I should be grateful for this art studio every single day, and I'm not. Because sometimes it's a big fat mess. And I do realize that I'm the one who made the mess. But sometimes I'm thinking, it's just too little. It's just not enough. I just want a better one. No. Stop being a spoiled baby. And no, not you. Me. I don't think other people are spoiled babies if they want a bigger studio. I'm just saying, maybe I need to take a step back and look at my situation and be like, stop making such a mess, clean up your toys, and then see if you actually need more space, because I'm betting you don't. I'm betting I don't need more space. I might like a ginormous art studio because I want to have all the toys. No, I don't need one. Okay, so when things are really good and I can take advantage of this kind of stuff, I need to stop and say, this is actually really good. No matter how many times I complain and whine and, wish for all the toys. I have a lot of toys. How about when it's really, really bad? Really, really bad. I'm in pain. I haven't been able to get it under control. I'm crashed. I can't stay awake. I can't think. I'm losing track of days. I hate losing days. Gosh, I hate it. And I lose days at a time. And nothing happened. And they're just lost. They're just gone. And I hate it. So what about when I've lost days and I can't think and I can't concentrate and I can't tell if it's day or night and every single thing hurts and there's nothing I can do to get control of the pain? What are you grateful for then? Well, I did mention it once before. An easy one and one of the ones I find I pay attention to, I mean, besides these things, right? I mean, obviously my legs aren't working and my mind is gone. But is there a support person? Are my pets perching themselves? And what are my surroundings like? So I have a bed. I have a roof over my head. People might think that that's ridiculous. Of course you have a bed. Why do you have to be grateful for that? Well, because a lot of people don't. And no, I don't think that means you should feel guilty because you have a bed, right? I'm not saying the opposite extreme. I'm just saying that you might not be that lucky. You might not be. You might feel exactly how you are and out in the cold also. So count the roof over your head. Count the bed you're sleeping in or the couch you're laying on. The big one for me, my pillow. Or pillows, because I think I have 5 right now. But if I can get them all lined up properly and get the right support under all of the right body parts, I can really lessen the pain and I can try to rest. It's ridiculous. But I am very grateful for the pillows that help me do that. Down farther the page, in case I think of more I want to put on here, I'm going to write this. Never forget the basics. So there is a gratitude, a gratitude meditation that I used to listen to every morning. It is a specifically morning gratitude meditation, right? And part of what the lady in it says is, remember to be grateful for the basics. And these are her basics. To eat, breathe, and move. I think you could argue that there might be other basics or things that are more basic, or I'm not sure. But when you think about it, there are people who cannot eat on their own, who do not breathe on their own, and who cannot move on their own. Sometimes, when there's nothing else that you can try to get your brain out of the dark about, try remembering the basics. Again, this does not mean that you can't be sad or depressed or hurt or anything. Let yourself feel whatever you feel. This is to just help us not get stuck and to help us not take things for granted. That's what this gratitude is for. Don't get stuck in the bad. Don't take the good for granted. Learn gratitude for things. Okay. I'm done. I'm done for today. I'm going to be grateful that you have spent some time with me and that we shared this time to talk about things to be grateful for. And I'm also going to be grateful that my kitty stopped crying and must be okay. But I'm going to go check anyway because I'm a worrywart. All right, I will see you next week, and next week we will talk about, wait, what? Ooh, accommodation, which is another thing I'm often grateful for. Freezer cooking. Ugh, amazing. All right. See you next week. Bye.